Hello and welcome to the BooBoo-Racing channel. I am bringing you 4 races today. Race 1 is wheel-to-wheel combat, race 2 is a recovery drive, race 3 is soaking up the pressure, and race 4 is applying the pressure. And we start this first race from second position. We're at the Red Bull Ring and I'm in my McLaren F1 GTR. The Red Bull Ring always brings close, exciting racing, and we have lots and lots of Aston Martin cars to beat off today. We also have to be very careful of penalties, either for track limits or physical contact, and as we head into turn 2 we have to cover the Aston Martin as he has a good run on us. I take too much curb and the Belgian driver brilliantly pulls the move off on the exit. The Aston Martin cars are looking squirmy on the exit of turn 3. It's early stages though, so let's keep with the leaders, get in the rhythm, and maybe we can mount an attack further into the race. As we come to the end of the first lap, we take a look at the leading battle between the Dutch driver and the Belgian driver. Both are driving the Aston Martins. The Belgian driver gets a good run on Ricardinho, and the Belgian driver has shown his hand very early with some very slick driving. That only inspires me to up my game though, and just like he did to me, he gets the move done on the Dutch driver. So a change for the lead, and we go on board with Ricardinho to see whether he can get his first position back. After the heartache of losing the lead, pushing too hard on exit and the Dutch driver goes wide. This promotes us up to second position, and this is where I need to keep hold of that Aston Martin ahead. We don't know if we can even keep up with him, as he seems so quick and on it from the get-go. So full focus and concentration needed now, and we have a bunch of Aston Martins behind ready to pounce if we make a mistake. Losing a couple of places and his earlier error at turn 3, Ricardinho nearly loses it again coming onto the pit straight. On to lap 3 now, and we've closed up nicely to the Aston ahead. We are forming a nice gap to the group behind, and this is only better ammunition for me to show the Belgian driver my hand by the end of the race. Applying the pressure to him, he runs wide and gets a penalty. His driving becomes all erratic and dizzy, and he makes further mistakes. As we start the penultimate lap, I've got him against the ropes, and coming into turn 1, I test his stamina. He just about holds it all together, but on the exit, we give him a little nudge to keep him going. Even though he has the 1 second penalty, I was in the zone and I find it hard lifting out the throttle at times, so we attack on the outside coming into the hairpin. Doing this, he gets all sideways on exit and we narrowly avoid contact. The Belgian driver serves his penalty and we take the lead of the race with a comfy margin. We have just over 1.5 laps to go to win this race and it looks good. I keep my composure and hold it down for the rest of the race, and we come over the line to take the checkered flag in first position. So that's race 1 out of the way, and we move on to race 2, which is the recovery drive race. Being the only British driver in the top 8 of the last race, I can't help notice but the flag of the driver in second position for this race. And for any of you that don't know, this is the flag of Lebanon. So as we start race 2, we get off to a good start. And the thing is with this track, is the difference between the front and the back of the grid is minimal. And often you find the top 16 cars on the grid are covered by less than half a second. The nature of the circuit has a strong slipstream effect. Not to mention how much time can be lost off the optimum racing line. So consistency and rhythm are required to get away when you lead from the front here. We complete lap 1 in the lead, but we are in close company with the 2 Aston Martins right on my tail. As we come up to the tight hairpin at turn 2, it all goes wrong, and I get launched nearly into the mountains. We managed to nearly bring it back on the long way round to the track, but the game decided to teleport me back to the track. We get back going, but we're in a lowly 10th position. We really need to get our head down now to make something out of this race, so let's see what we can do. We receive 9th position when the Aston Martin ahead spins out. As we exit turn 1, we pass a recovering Aston Martin for 8th position. And as we come out of the tight hairpin, we get a good run along the Austrian driver and we take 7th position from him. So up to 7th position now, and just over a lap and a half to go. Maybe we can get the 2 cars ahead as well. Moving forward half a lap and going into the hairpin, the Dodge locks the brakes and we took up nicely behind. We get a good exit from what is a difficult corner. The Dodge serves a penalty for a track limit infringement and we fly past into 6th position. So as we come to the end of the 4th lap, the next target is getting a bit out of shape coming out of the last bend onto the pit straight, and we're firmly in his tracks to make a move and take 5th position from him. Taking the defensive option has done this Aston Martin no favours, as my McLaren rocket loves a race in a straight line. So as we enter the hairpin, the Spanish driver can't help it but play the "I can brake later than you" game, but on this occasion he loses it. After hitting the Lebanese driver and nearly taking him out, the driver from Lebanon who hit me off earlier apologises by handing me the 4th position, and it's a good gesture for me to know it was a pure accident. I couldn't get a podium with the recovery drive, but we did manage a 4th position, so not a bad result. We move on to the 3rd race now, soaking up the pressure. Starting the race, we have an Aston Martin 1 and 2, BooBoo in 3rd and a Ferrari in 4th. Turn 1 goes smoothly for everyone, and as we go through up towards the hairpin, the leader runs a little wide. That bunches things up a little bit, and we get a good exit to have a go at 2nd position. Coming into turn 3, and we couldn't make it, so we slot back in as a Czech driver held it well, being so late on the brakes. The top 3 seem to be breaking away now, and with me being in 3rd, it gives me the freedom of nothing to worry about behind for the meantime. Keeping a close eye on the 2 ahead, it reminds me so much of my kart racing battles as a kid. I am happy to sit in 3rd for at least a lap or 2 longer, but opportunity presents itself. We slip up the inside on the exit and we take 2 positions to claim 1st place. The leader had to serve a penalty, which helped in this matter. The job's not done yet though, as the Czech driver has other ideas. We give him just about enough room, but we take that lead of the race, and I know my pace ain't quick enough to get away from these 2 behind, but them Aston Martin cars are so quick, I need to adapt my style. So now we need to go as fast as we can, but while making sure we don't leave even a sniff of a chance to be overtaken, and it requires a different sense of feel and driving to be able to handle this situation, whether it's on the game or in real life. The feeling's kinda the same. The reason I enjoy racing on this game so much is Gran Turismo Sport is a great platform to feel what it is like to race. Nowhere near as good as the real thing, but a real sense of a racing situation. I am back for the last lap, and we have held off the two Aston Martin cars while we maintain a reasonable pace. Giving it one last push, the cameraman misses the Czech driver's spin on the exit of turn 1, so this makes it a British 1-2, and we have some breathing space now to push a little bit and put in a decent lap time to complete the race and take another win. We come over the line to take the win, and a nice win for the McLaren F1 GTR. Moving on to the fourth and final race now, applying the pressure, we have a very quick German driver ahead of us. He's taken the challenge in Dodge this time, so we'll take the chase to him and see what we can do. The Dodge Viper is one of the best cars around here and is just as good as the Aston Martin. This German driver has also got my full attention, as I know he is quite pacey. The best way I can explain the pressure in this situation is that I cannot let this guy get away and have an easy race. We need to apply pressure from early in the race. Once he gets into a zone, he could be gone. I'll rejoin you on lap 3, where we have held on well and we are producing the best lap times of the video. We pose a real threat to the German driver, and he is throwing everything into that Dodge Viper to get away from my McLaren rocket. If you see my Golf McLaren Red Bull race from about a month ago, you may remember this happening to me. The Dodge Viper gets really unlucky and the curb problem gets him. He never does no pirouettes though, and he carries on in second position. So we cruise home for a win, and this concludes my video for today. I really hope you've enjoyed the racing action. Thank you for watching, and see you again next time.